numerous other pirate ships of various designs, including a number of, converted Chelish brigs, large 3 and 4 masters, a couple of, Tianxia designs of, cut side masts like sampans and 3-point sails, all of that good stuff. As you sail in, you get your own little dock right there in the crappiest part of the port. That's where the harbor master directs you to. And you look at the giant pile of treasure on your ship. It looks like you guys have 4 points of plunder, which is the minimum amount needed to begin the process of becoming a free captain. They suggest you have more like 10, but your luck has not been great. So these 4 points need to be offered as a bribe to the Hurricane King in order to prove your worthiness.
Okay.
So when you sail in, you're met by the cheers of some crowds around you. Everyone has heard that you guys, the ones who have slain the infamous ghost captain Atticus Styles, are going up to become free captain. You're there. You're on the spot. So, as you step off, the crew, having recently been paid, are all jingling their coins and basically dismiss themselves quickly to head towards the Callistrian Temple, or whatever their pleasure is. You know that proper procedure here is to petition for an audience with the Hurricane King Kurdak Bonefist to receive your letter of marque and become a legitimate pirate. However, the full procedure is unknown to you because, as we've learned previously, anyone participating in the ceremony has to be sworn to secrecy.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess we will find out who we need to speak to about our petition.
Okay. Can someone make a knowledge local check?
I could try.
I could try.
Well, just one person try first. We're not gonna... I know there's a lot of this, multiple people trying. We should really decide on one person to do something. Because here's the thing. If you fail at a check, I'm going to hold you to your failed knowledge.
Yeah.
However wrong it may be. Okay, a 19. Interesting.
I got it wrong, didn't I?
You've learned that the following is the traditional procedure to begin. You need to send a messenger to Fort Hazard, which is the island at the mouth of Port Peril, and send along with it a bribe of at least 4 points of plunder.
All right.
Okay. I should be taking notes.
So, what would you like to do?
Send along with it the 4 points, or 4 points. Do we have enough knowledge to know how we go about making sure that our 4 points of plunder actually make it to the tower?
We could go ourselves. We could be the messengers.
Yeah, this is all of
Or we
our
could-
wealth. I definitely
Yeah.
believe we should
Walk
accompany
with the
that.
messenger?
Yep.
Okay, so let's look into hiring a messenger to carry this message into the tower, and then we'll go with them to escort the plunder.
Okay.
And what was the name of the tower?
Fort
It's
Hazard.
called Fort Hazard.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent.
That's going to be wrong, isn't it?
It doesn't take you very much. Some pocket change, 5 gold pieces, to hire a messenger to head over there. When you look like you're going to get in the boat with all of your treasure, the messenger, who is a short Tianxia man, who looks like, man, I had this guy's name ready. James Hong, who you might know as the voice of a lot of anime dudes. Wish I had a picture of James Hong ready.
Oh, he played the the wizard in Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes, he did. He was also
Yeah.
he's also Poe's father in Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just like, no, you do not come with. You leave treasure inside boat.
Can I do a sense motive?
Yeah.
You said yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey.
Yeah, so both of you get the idea that this guy's really annoyed that you're trying to like interfere with his business.
But is he
He
lying?
seems pretty trustworthy. So, yeah, when you start looking him over, he's like, this procedure, I know what I'm doing. I go to Fort Hazard all the time. I not steal anything. Very insulting for you to say this to me.
We didn't say anything.
You imply it with eyes. I see things. Just because I am old does not mean I cannot read your expression.
All right. Well, we will apologize and say we're new to this procedure and we're
Of course you
a
knew the
little leery
procedure.
about
If
seeing
you were
all
doing
our
it
worldly
twice, you would be
positions.
dead.
Very good wisdom.
Wow, that's he's right on up there. Okay, well, we'll stand and watch then, I suppose.
So what does the form of all of your wealth take? Like, what is it you're loading into this boat?
Spices.
I'm trying to remember what the last stuff that we got was. Precious gems, coin,
Yeah.
a few, odds and ends like decorative stuff, figurines, and
And spices. The spice was
Probably have
fun.
it.
cups. Yeah,
Of course.
some really nice spices, expensive spices and stuff.
Yeah, if it's the gems, they probably have the smell of ocean because we got it from the layer of those people.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
So, yeah, your messenger looks over all the offerings you have and goes, is this all you give? Very minimum amount. Who are you? I not recognize your name. You despicable pirates?
Absolutely. None other than Scourge.
Oh, Master Scourge. Yes, his name I know well. Yeah. What are you, 9th Scourge? 10th Scourge?
Ninth.
11th Scourge? Oh, 9th Scourge. Okay. All right, you that Scourge then. Okay. He's like, well, I don't see the rest of you. I don't know any of you. You look like some kind of half-orc, half-elf monster. So, yeah, just, And like, as he's saying this, he's like pushing the boat away and like guiding it toward Fort Hazard. And he's waving and he's like, okay, I'll be back tomorrow with answer. Hopefully, I am not dead, because if I am, you'll be dead shortly after. Oh shit,
So
is
they
that
do
a
kill a
cat?
messenger.
I like this guy already.
Look at that mysterious cat.
That's not your regular cat, is it?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay. I can see
Snotty
his face.
face.
Now. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
the face now. Because, like, in the back, he just looked like straight black, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, he's got leopard spots.
Okay. Cute. Yeah. Earlier this week, my mom's cat broke one of the vases.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Trouble.
actually tried to get my cat into the shark cat outfit earlier, but again, I want to remind you, this thing has Velcro straps, and yet somehow she's capable of rolling on the ground once and popping out of it. So not only can she now open doors with handles, but just, it's incredible the mind-bending physics behind all of her tricks.
Wow.
She's
My
smart.
cat's getting there.
You should train her in international espionage.
You know what? I can't even train her to sit down when I feed her treats, so...
Yeah, cats can't really be trained.
Yeah, you don't train cats. Cats train you.
I have trained mine actually to come to me when I pop my hip, like slap my hip. She comes to sit on my lap.
Yeah.
But it
Okay,
only works every
so-
like 5
So
minutes.
now that our messenger's on the way, what do we want to do with our time? Do we have anything left to do here in Port Peril besides just not
I
get
don't know.
killed?
Do you have anything left to do in Port Peril?
Well, after sending the message to my mom, what happened to me, I guess I should go visit her.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to the Temple of Callistria there?
Yeah, to reintroduce my new face and tell her what happened. Well,
Okay.
she already know what
And I'll-
happened, but
I will accompany him for this ambitious knowledge that I have to pursue as a militant arm of the church.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else coming?
Well, I guess if half the party's
I'll
going,
come along just for moral support.
I'll come along in case anybody wants to shoot us, and I'll shoot them first. How's
Okay.
Dan shot first.
Let's see.
Or should I say Ajar? Or
Josh
first. I gotta get used to that. Then as soon as I get used to it, it's gone.
All right. So this is what happens. You guys arrive at the Temple of Calistria. Obviously, it's massive because it's Port Peril. There's a lot of people going in and out, but they're all escorted by, a black and yellow robed advisor of the Calistrian faith. And when you guys approach, a man who looks like young Michael Keaton steps out in front of you. He's like 30s. He smells a lot like sandalwood. And he's like, gentlemen, you have come to the Temple of Calistria. Is there something I can help you with? You seek a matter of faith or some form of pleasure, or perhaps you are looking for revenge?
I let the Master of Arms go first, so Calistria.
You're the one with the business here. Go ahead.
Okay, then I go forward and say I'm wish to have a meeting with what was the her title? Storm Song. She was a.
He's like, yes, from the Blue Isles. She's not here right now. I must apologize. While she is rather popular, she returned to the Blue Isles. There's been some sort of business there that needs attending to. I understand there's a small rebellion on the island.
Small rebellion? Tell me more.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid I don't have any more news. I apologize. You may want to speak with someone in our intelligence department.
Oh, okay. What would that be?
So
One-stop shop.
He kind of like raises his hand and snaps 3 times, and someone in... There's much more black than yellow on the stripes for this individual who comes over, and they're wearing a mask that looks like an insect head. You can't really tell if it's a man or a woman, and they kind of stop in front of you and nod, and then like sweep their hand out, like gesturing for you to go towards a side door in the temple.
Okay. I said, sorry guys, I have to bid you adieu. As I off to the espionage quarters. Oh yeah, by the way, I brought my pet bee with me.
Okay. All right.
Well, we might as well relax, enjoy ourselves however everybody sees fit while we're here.
Sounds all right by me.
No telling how long he's going to be.
Yeah, so the man you're speaking with hands you over like forms indicating your personal preference and companionship.
Okay.
Documents. That's nice.
Jot, 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 jot.
And he
Sign.
turns to Alaris, who doesn't seem to be filling out the form, and says,
Yes.
"Do you have some other reason for attending the temple today?"
I do. I would like to be properly introduced into your faith. I know much about your faith as we have had on board our ship a clergywoman.
You've come at an interesting time. Our high priestess is away from temple currently. Oh, we lost him.
No.
Alright, he's back. So yeah, he says, our high priestess is away from the temple currently. Nope, we lost him again.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you are here?
I would like to pursue the martial arm of your church, to pursue any ambitions or goals, and but I require the proper training to do so. For I am the first officer, and I need to protect our captain, but also pursue the faith of Calistria.
Of course,
I was
I
wondering
understand.
if you have a mentor that I could correspond with or speak with to begin my studies and training if I am indeed accepted.
You should make the Hajj. You'll need to travel to the current location of our high priestess. She's in the House of Stolen Kisses on the island of Motaku. The bustling seaport of Kent. Do you know where it is?
I do not, but I will ask around unless you can provide me a map.
Look,
Yeah.
it's a map.
Sounds out of character. Motaku sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it's a giant island that you sail around constantly because it's huge.
Yep.
That looks kind of like
Yes.
this.
It's not too far a trip either, so
I ask Captain Scourge for permission in our journeys to visit the island to speak with the High Priestess, if it is convenient.
absolutely.
Actually, Agrajog, you were just on Kent because that's where Lilywhite was.
Yes. Well, I was on Motaku, but I wasn't in Kent.
Well, yeah, that's right.
It was called the Temple of Stolen Kisses?
The House of Stolen Kisses.
House, okay.
It's a holy temple and a brothel, like many holy temples of Calistria are.
That's an awesome name, by the way.
You are looking for the High Priestess. Her name is Dindrian.
I'll spell that to the best of my abilities.
I'll spell it for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh yeah, on the map, where's the blue islands at? Or that's not on here.
What's the what?
Where's the
The Blue Islands are further north than the map goes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep. So they're in the very northeast part of the map. Okay.
Fair.
Isn't that where the Eye of Amandego is?
The Eye of Amadego is directly north of the Shackles.
Okay.
Northeast of the Shackles, you follow the coastline up Sargava to Rachanum, and that's through the Lurgeni territory. And that's like the only trade route that you can go up and down without getting sucked into the Eye of Abendango. You also know that Chela ships try to sail around the far side of the giant massive hurricane and normally get lost or get picked off by pirates. Okay. We're going to cut back to... shit, I want to say Drunken Tsunami, but that's not your name. Can you change it in Roll20?
If it doesn't allow me, that's the first thing I tried.
In the
But
upper
again,
right-hand corner, you go to Display Settings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're playing Aces again.
Okay, sorry.
So they invite you into the side chamber, and there's lots of like black silk curtains cutting everything off. They look like they're made of some sort of sound absorbing material, like they're real heavy, and it's hard to hear your footsteps when you're walking. And it seems like there's rooms formed with this. The person walking in front of you just keeps gesturing for you to follow them until you come to a bespectacled young woman with red hair and freckles, very pale skin. Seems like she hasn't really been outside in the heat for some time. And she looks up from her work and adjusts her black and yellow robes and says, "Yes, you have a request for our intelligence services."
Yes, I was to know about the rebellion in the Blue Isles, and is my mother okay?
She says, "Who is
Miss
your mother?"
I can't think of the name of it. My brain is dead. Songstrong? Oh, no, not Songstrong.
Yeah, she's looking through the records and says, "Now, are you aware of how this policy works for the temple, or is this your first time?"
This is my actual first time. I did some work in the past, but usually my mother handled the paperwork.
In order to trade secrets with us, you need to give us a secret in return.
How personal do the secret has to be?
She raises an eyebrow and adjusts her glasses and says, just shakes her head.
I say that I have lived the
Speechless.
past. Well, you probably don't recognize me. I was raised around this area. My name is currently Aces Stormstrong. I recently died and been reincarnated, and not many people know about it except for my mother and my officer back in the harbor. Hell's Harbor.
Yeah, she's just looking confused, and she's like, okay. That's interesting, but it's hardly a secret since you just told me multiple people know about it.
I'm trying to think of like secrets.
Something no one knows.
You know, if you don't know anything right now, you can come back later when you have a secret of appropriate value.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I nod my head and leave.
Okay. So, like, as you're leaving, she kind of, like, puts her head back down and waves and says, nice to have met you.
Name's you.
Yeah, okay. So, the next morning, everybody wakes up back on the ship, and, there's a crowd gathered outside your ship. Like, you can just tell that there's people talking very loudly all around you.
Scourge will stomp his way up to the railing of the ship.
Okay.
What's
See
the
what the
racket?
heck is going on.
Yeah, there's a massive crowd. Seems like several hundred individuals have showed up.
Any pitchforks, torches?
Nope. A lot of pirates, though. A lot of pirates.
Alright.
Lots of very unsavory looking folks. A lot of fake eye patches, too.
I'm not worried unless there are torches and pitchforks.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're about to get worried as a man stomps down the way. A very familiar looking man for at least one of you, with a 6-shooter on his hip.
I remember him.
Yep. Oh, he looks different.
He does.
Got
He's
both
just not
here.
wearing his coat.
Yep.
And it's Sadok Goldtooth, the Viceroy of Port Peril, commander of the port, and the second in command of the flagship, the Filthy Lucre, the right-hand man of Hurricane King Bonefist Kurdak. So he shows up and raises his arms wide and says, Master Scourge, so glad of you to join us this morning. I see that the sun has already risen 2 points in the sky.
Good morning, Commander Goldtooth. Thanks
Please.
for welcome back to Port Peril,
Just call me Viceroy.
Viceroy.
Do you need your morning coffee and bacon, or are you ready to begin your testing?
I'm sure we are ready.
Oh, very well then, he smiles. And, so around him, there's a bunch of extremely well-tanned sailors who are all super toned and fit. Like, these guys definitely, like, get pumped all the time. They look to all be in the 20 to 30 range of age. No matter what race they are, they're in that general range, where it would seem like they've got some experience sailing. But they aren't old enough that they're gonna slow down yet. They're all in their prime. And they all are quite dirty. You know, their faces got smudges on it. Looks like they haven't bathed recently. Some of them are wearing the military police uniforms of the local area, which, if you remember, they basically just carry around sticks and don't really have a uniform, just like some ratty clothing. And all of them are like laughing and exchanging coins to each other. And Viceroy Sadok Goldtooth says, So, I, Viceroy Sadok Goldtooth, the immensely popular ruler of Port Peril, am here as the Hurricane King's formal representative in this proceeding. It's very unusual for a new, successful, but completely unknown ship to request her letter of marque without the sponsorship of a recognized free captain. So, it's gonna be very difficult for you. And then you hear someone, like, slow clapping in the crowd. And there's a bunch of men with palanquins loaded down with plunder. Giant chests of gold spilling out, walking forward. And a young red-headed woman with a holy symbol of Besmara steps out in front of the crowd and kind of swaggers with her saber and says, Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupting you, Viceroy? I'm Free Captain Sandara Quinn, and I owe my loyalty to Commodore Scourge. I hereby transfer this plunder into his name, and I also wish to represent him for the pirate code testing. And Viceroy Sadok is like,
Maybe we do have time for bacon and coffee.
Yeah, then he recovers himself and is like, very well then. The testing shall begin immediately. And on camera, we see him turn to one of his thugs and says, find out everything you can about this Sandara Quinn.
She's obviously done better on the plunder than we have in the last couple of months.
Can I try perception?
I'll turn to Sandara Quinn and give her a nice deep bow and a salute.
Yep, she tips her hat off and bows even deeper towards you. Let's see here. So, alright, we got Adam back, which means I need to readjust cameras real quick again. Boop.
Yeah, I just was eating a burrito and didn't feel like sharing that with the world.
Man, you eat burritos all the time, man. Didn't you eat a burrito last Sunday?
Good
Damn,
man.
Probably.
it's so good.
Yep.
Is Sunday burrito night?
When you have plywood for countertops, you pretty much eat out all the time, and so that's what we do. Chipotle is really close.
Wow,
Yeah,
they got Chipotles where you're at? I
Yep.
love Chipotles.
It was, I think the headquarters is in Colorado. That's where I'm at.
Ah, sweet.
Okay, so
fresh.
here are the rules. You pick one of your number to complete a test that they must perform without help or hindrance from others. These are pirate challenges, so bending the rules is expected. As long as you don't get caught, you can get away with it. Casting obvious spells on a contestant is extremely unsporting. If you're seen doing it, you could get in a lot of trouble, but you could try to hide it.
Okay.
Too bad you're not a higher level arcane
All right.
trickster.
I suppose we have some warning as to what the tests are.
No, you don't. So
No, I mean,
Sadok
about who
immediately
we're gonna-
jumps into the first test and says, very well, it's time to see who's a passable sailor and who's a fancy jacket, not capable of commanding a pirate crew. One of your number must climb to the top of a nearby ship, and he points to the filthy lucre, which, is a cannon brigade. It's literally got the... Remember, in this era, you guys all have, like, ballistas and catapults on your ship. This has got, like, enormous long guns on it and a flamethrower on the front.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's like, you gotta climb to the top of the filthy lucre, and then begin the tricky task of unfurling and setting a sail from the top yard without assistance. And you have to do it before one of my experienced crewmen does it. And he points over and says, there's my boy, Haynes Boyne. Haynes just takes off. He's got like a cowboy hat, takes it off and tips it towards you. It's Commodore Scourge. Boyne here will be going up against your best rigger.
First off, can anybody beat a 14 on Profession Sailor?
I think the main concern here is climb.
Yeah, I've got a killer climb, so
Well,
That's all you, man.
all right. Scourge will drop his breastplate onto the deck, spit on both palms, and walk down the deck. Walk down the plank to the ship. To the
Okay,
dock.
as you're
Can't talk
walking,
for some reason.
someone in the crowd like points a
Actually-
finger towards you, Scourge, and says, "Hey, wait a second, he's using magic." A lot of people are like, "Foul!"
And what would that be?
Alaris cast Shield Other on your ring.
Oh, the ring. Ah, my apologies. Pull the ring off. Toss
Okay.
it back to Alaris.
The Shield Other is the lost. Yeah, I assume that because it's a TV show, you fling the ring at him, and it does a bunch of swirls, and the camera like follows it from behind as Alaris catches it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I make
There's
sure to
probably
make
like a jaunty pirate tune involving a violin or a fiddle playing right now.
Oh yeah, I make sure to keep an eye on the captain's armor.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, Haynes Boyne